Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bitcoin just dropped to $90,000 from $104,000 within a few hours down to $90,000. Most people would be upset about that, actually, but if you remember, I had two Bitcoin trades set down at 92. Both of those trades activated, which is beautiful. We're going to jump into now my bigger trade. We're going to look at my account, which hit all-time new high yesterday. And it's up like crazy if you've been following my videos, which is beautiful. Now I'm in an 8 Bitcoin trade, and we're going to look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up button, turn on the bell. Yesterday, world pumped, Bitcoin pumped. Those were the two biggest movers. And Ethereum also going up very strong. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. Now, we're going into the technicals. Actually, I want to show you my account first. Look at the trade on Bitcoin. Booyah! Bitcoin spiked down from, you can see here, this is on 3-minute time frames. Actually, let's zoom out. So you can see my buys perfectly on Bitcoin at 92, 91, 90K. Then we went all the way up to 104K yesterday. And then Bitcoin spiked down to 90,530. Look at my Bitcoin buys activate on the trade that I had already set. If you remember, I had two Bitcoin trades set and it activated, bounced back. So my entry went actually lower. Now it's now down to 93 with 8 Bitcoin, up 26K. My Ethereum trade, what's interesting is Ethereum spiked down, but not much at all. On that big Bitcoin drop, Ethereum spiked down to only 3,650 and then bounced back. My Ethereum trade, $45,000 in profits. My 8 Bitcoin trade, $25,000 in the profits. My World trade, $33,000 in the profits. My Sundog trade, $2,000 in the profits. Amazing. You've been following all of these trades live on my videos as I've been making them live. And my account, 1.188 which is amazing. This week from 961 to 1188. Yesterday it was 1220. So the all-time high was 1220. So 961 to 1, it's 200, say 200, it just went up, 200,000 plus 30. So 230,000 this week. I made nearly $250,000, 230,000 this week. This month from 731 to 1191, which is up 300, 400, almost $500,000 this month, $500,000 nearly this month, which is amazing. All my trades you're seeing live on my videos as I make them, which is beautiful. Bitcoin, look, Ethereum spiked down. Look at this Bitcoin spiked down, activated the trade beautifully, and then bouncing back to 97. Let's go into the technicals. Going into the technicals for Bitcoin, World was up 14%. Sui was up 16%. Goat 11%. Solana 4%. MCRT up. Tesla was up 3%. USDT, amazing, everyone. Let's go into Bitcoin. Bitcoin was down, actually finished the day down, which is crazy. We went up to 104. Look at this on the charts. We went up to 104. It almost touched my target. Look at that. It came to 104,700. My target was 105,356 and then just dropped down. Let's go into the weekly chart. On the weekly charts, you can see big bull flag and cup and handle. The main target is this cup and handle and this bull flag. These are the main two targets, that cup and handle and this bull flag. Both of these targets are about 105K. The cup and handle target is about, let's check the cup and handle target was also around 105K. So Bitcoin actually hit it. Crypto Guru Bot is still a blue buy, which it fired back at 20K. It hasn't flipped to a red sell. It fired a blue buy at 20K. Crypto Guru Bot still a blue buy now. Bitcoin Indicator Bot fired a sell, everyone. Bitcoin Indicator Bot fired a sell for the first time in many weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, we still have 3 days left to undo it, but it did fire a sell just now on that big dip. On the daily, you can see this. Wow, look at this Darth Vader lightsaber, crazy, like zoo, zoo. Wow, look at that wick, everyone. From 104 down to 90K, a $14,000 daily candle on Bitcoin. 14 in one day. In one day, Bitcoin moved $14,000 on one candle, which is actually unbelievable. $14,000 in one candle. I remember when Bitcoin last year was just $17,000 1.5 years ago when we were buying it on this channel, and I told you, then it was time to go all in. Now we're being very defensive, very protective. We have to be smart up here because you can have liquidation spikes like this. Your trades need to be set low. That would have taken out all the liquidity going down, by the way. All the buy orders that were there got activated on that dip. Someone must have sold. Let's see who caused that. What caused that big drop? We can actually check because we're geniuses. I'll go into the minutely candles. This is on Binance USDT. And here you can see someone dumped. Now we can know. So, okay, this is Binance USDT. This was when Bitcoin was sitting just about... What is that? So this is about 1 hour ago, or less even. Bitcoin, half an hour ago, Bitcoin was sitting at 100K. Then, it was trending down. You can see from 104K over the last few hours since about last night. So about 12 hours ago, it started to trend down. From 10 o'clock my time, it started to trend down. And then we got a massive liquidation spike. Now, what caused that? So the normal volume per hour on Bitcoin was 50 Bitcoin per minute. 50 Bitcoin, 32 Bitcoin, 82 Bitcoin, 32 Bitcoin on Binance. But then, about 1 hour ago, someone sold 1,100 Bitcoin. Look at that. So 56 Bitcoin is the normal Bitcoin. Then someone sold 1,100 Bitcoin. Then the minute later, they sold 686 Bitcoin. So that's 2,000 almost Bitcoin. Then 1 minute later, on the big spike, they sold 3,000 Bitcoin. So it was 3,000 Bitcoin, 600. So it was 3,300 plus 1,000. So almost 5,000 Bitcoin was sold in that 3-minute candle. In 3 minutes, someone sold 5,000 Bitcoin. So someone exited up here. 1,100, 600, and 2,700. So 3,000 Bitcoin in 3 minutes. No, 5,000 Bitcoin. So 5,000 times 100K is $50 million. Someone took 5,000 times 100K. Is that 50 million? 5,000 times 100K. Yeah, 50 million. Or is that 500 million? 5,000 times 100K. Hard to calculate in just right now. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, but I think it's either 50 million or 500 million. Someone sold into that on Binance, and that caused that massive spike down, and then the buying pressure picked it up, which is incredible. However, that undid so we had a bullish pennant. If you remember, we had a bullish pennant, pole and flag, and then it broke out exactly as I said, and it pumped out. But then, sorry, this bigger bullish pennant here on the... Oh, wait, we need it on the US, this one. We had this big bull flag, and then we had this big bullish pennant on the 4 hour. You can see it, and then it spiked through and closed, like liquidated all of that trade, those people. So pole, bullish pennant, and then it spiked out. It was going towards its target, and then it came back in on that dip, on that 5,000 Bitcoin sell. So that was 5,000 Bitcoin, and then it got bought up very quickly, and we got a bounce. However, you can clearly see that the big support now is down here. So if you want to try and get into another trade, I would wait to try and catch it at 92. I would set this trade 92 and then keep going, but very tight stop losses, everyone, and very little leverage, because now you can see Bitcoin is getting very top, like we're coming close to the top, in my opinion. We still got more to go. However, you can see that there is big liquidations. When someone takes 5,000 Bitcoin, they drop $500 million. And it spikes it down 10%. I think it was actually 5 billion to drop it 10%. Someone took either 5 billion. Someone calculate that, please, and put it in the comments. 5,000 Bitcoin times $100,000 per Bitcoin was either 50 million or $500 million sell. I'll put it in the title as well when I calculate it. And then we're getting a bounce back. So this is the trade that I would take on Bitcoin. To be honest, that would have spooked a lot of people. How Bitcoin reacts the next few hours is important. If we start heading up strongly, it's a good sign. But if we falter here, it's interesting. I don't feel to take profits. Why? Because the volume is still growing. You can see we've still got big volume on Bitcoin. It's not dying down. That was one of the biggest volume days ever on Bitcoin just now. That was a huge volume candle. You can see here on the day, there was over 279,000 Bitcoin traded. The day before, there was only 131,000, so almost double the volume on that spike down, on that drop and then buy. But that's the trade I'll take. Opening at, you need to be more secure now, 90,838, stop loss 89,400, risking 1,300 to make $29,000 per Bitcoin with no leverage. 10x leverage would be 290,000. That's the trade I'll take on Bitcoin. And again, I'm in the trade right now, and my trade activated on Bitcoin on that dip beautifully. And my trade is $21,000 in the profits. It's now 8 Bitcoin trade. The problem is the funding fee is quite high. So now the funding fees are starting to get high, but that reset the funding fee actually. My Ethereum trade, amazing. I will keep that open. World open. All my trades I keep open on this beautiful setup. But again, this account was 1220. So it pulled back a little bit on that dip. However, it did activate more. However, what's interesting is the altcoins held on very nicely. The altcoins didn't drop like the other ones. So you can see on the daily, Ethereum barely moved on that. The target on my Ethereum trade on the weekly, but you can see we're exactly at this big resistance on Ethereum. If I make it yellow, you can see it more clearly. If I turn this line yellow, you can see the Bitcoin setup. It's like symmetrical triangle. Builds pressure, and breaks out to the base of the triangle, 7,500. And you can see Ethereum is attempting to break out above that yellow line. It got exactly resisted on my trend line that's been there for months. You can see that, right? The high was on Ethereum was 3955, and then it came very close to activating my trade from yesterday, 3615. I would keep that same trade, 3615. The volume is growing, so I'm not closing it, but you have to be cautious here. The problem is these symmetrical triangles, these bigger ones, usually they break out 70% of the move. So if we draw it out, 70% of the move builds pressure, is here around May. But the volume is growing. When I want to start to worry is when Bitcoin or Ethereum makes new highs and the volume drops off. So that's the same trade I'll keep on Ethereum. Also, if you want to trade, you can go underneath the video. Down below, there's $1.2 million in rewards with JCG. Complete tasks received battles. There's something with Bybit. So if you go down below, sign up to Bybit, $1.2 million of rewards. There's gold, Rolexes, Tesla, Apple, airdrops. Donald Trump, congratulations, Bitcoiners, 100,000. You're welcome. Together we'll make America great again. There's also a $1,000 giveaway for anyone that purchased the course at jamescryptoguru.com before Sunday. The code is DEAL, and anyone that purchases using that code goes in the chance to win $1 million. All the links down below. The $1.2 million giveaway with Bybit, and you get a 60k bonus, and it's my favorite exchange for trading and the best fees and best liquidity. Weex is also really good for USA, UK, Australia, $200 on sign up, and jamescryptoguru.com for the courses and for the Telegram, which is beautiful. And use that code DEAL to go into the chance to win. And I want to see again what's happening with Bitcoin, 96,580. You see that like spiked down, activated the trades, bounced. Not much fear on the altcoins, which I find very interesting. Join us in the Telegram right now. There's 357 of you online. You can now, the translate is working. So if you get the premium version, it translates all the international languages into English. Almost half. You can just see people discussing. There was some liquidations just now, some big ones, total liquidations. 1 hour, 500 million was liquidated long. Wow. On the 12 hours, almost 1 billion, 800 million of them being longs were liquidated on that dip. Very interesting. They liquidated everyone. Look at that. It came out, took out the liquidation map. There's not much liquidation up at 100K, which is interesting. Not much liquidations up there. So there's not much people that are shorting from that 104K. And you can see everyone discussing, trading together. You can join them. All the links are down below. That's my updates in the market, everyone. Hit the subscribe button, smash up the thumbs up button, turn on the bell. So we've discovered that someone sold 5,000 Bitcoin to drop that, which is either 500 million or 50 million. I think it's half a billion, 500 million. Let's see how Bitcoin reacts now in the next few hours. It's very important. Hit the subscribe button, smash up thumbs up button, turn on the bell. Big congratulations on all those trades. Big congratulations anyone that had that 92K trade set up, because those activated. Love you all. I'm going to watch Bitcoin closely. I'll make an updated video in 12 hours. And based off how Bitcoin reacts now and how the volume does is going to be very important to whether I close all my trades or I keep them open. Love you all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.